Hey everybody! If you are watching this video, you have likely already purchased my zine template, and I am so glad you did, and I'm happy to have you here with me. Before we get started, I want to just walk through some basic principles about these guides. So each template will look something like this, and you'll see dashed lines and solid lines. So the dashed lines are the lines that you're going to be folding on, and then the solid lines are what you're going to use to make your cuts. I also went ahead and numbered each page. So as you're folding these zines, as long as your numbers are lining up and are in order, then you should be good to go and you're doing it correctly. If you ever have any questions along the way, of course you can reach out to me and ask. Also included on the template are a couple pages of each style of zine without numbers and without the cut and fold marks. So my hope is that you start learning with the initial one and then less guidance is needed the next time around. All right, we're gonna start off with the 8-page zine. The 8-page zine is one of the more popular styles, so I thought I would start off with that. So go ahead and pull out your template for this. And as mentioned, I've already pre-numbered the pages, and then you'll see those dash marks in the solid line as well. So let's start off by just folding along the dash lines. Now keep in mind, every printer is a little bit different. So if when you're folding, you notice that the dash lines are just a little off, don't let that bother you, as long as you're following the basic principle of folding your paper in half and then folding it in half the long ways, just like I'm doing here. And then with that original fold, you're going to open it up and fold each half of your paper into itself. So it'll look something like this. All right, and then once you have all your folds, you'll open it up and you'll notice that there's 8 sections of folded page, and that is what you want. So the last step here is to fold it in half one more time, and this is where that solid line comes in handy. That is where you're gonna cut. So you're cutting from that folded edge into the first crease. And you'll come away with a bit of a slit in the middle of the paper. And then all you're gonna do is kind of just squish that together, and then the pages will lie flat. So just like this. So there we have our front cover and our back cover. Now, when you're creating these on your own, you can kind of adjust what becomes your front cover, but I just wanted to have this template here for you to follow just to keep it easy. But you see all of our page numbers here. And that's it. And yeah, as I mentioned, you can go ahead and adjust if you want. If you're not happy with where the front cover is laying, you have a little bit of wiggle room there. And that's what the zine looks like opened up. And again, I'll squish it down. And you have your first zine. Congratulations. So here's an example of the same size zine that I've created in the past. I was doing a class on what is a zine, so I thought I would hand them out a zine describing that. And you can see how colorful and vibrant these can get if you would like them to. In this zine here, I printed out my text and I taped it all down. So that's just one way to incorporate text into your zine. I have a whole bunch of videos that describe other ways to incorporate photos and text into your zine, but that's just one way. So you can see how such a basic design can become really colorful and impactful. So once you feel comfortable with this zine template, go ahead and try it on your own. And again, please reach out if you're getting stuck or if you have any questions. All right, moving on to the 16-page zine. Now, this one, I will admit, is a little bit trickier to navigate, so I'm gonna walk through. We'll take this slow, and of course you can rewind this video and watch it over and over again if that's helpful for you. So following the same principles, we're gonna fold the paper along the dashed lines. So in this case, that means folding it in half, and then folding each half into itself. Now, as I'm doing this, keep in mind with a 16-page zine, this finalized zine is gonna come out very small. So you can, of course, use larger paper for this if you want to come out with a larger booklet at the end. But this does create a cute little mini zine. So I just rotated the paper, folded it in half, and again, I'm gonna fold each half into itself, following those dashed lines. There we go. So you can see all the different sections here that are folded. And then just like before, I'm gonna cut along the solid lines here. And this is where it gets a little bit crazy because your paper starts to become a bit flimsy because of these 3 larger cuts. So you're not cutting all the way through the page, just until that last crease. And this one took me a little while to master, so don't feel like you have to get it on your first try. But I do feel like this template that I created is going to help you quite a bit. I wish I had this the first time I made my first 16-page zine. So you'll see on this one that the front and back cover are on the underside of this page, and I just marked those so they're a little more clear. So this is a little difficult to verbally explain, but basically you're gonna take that front cover and zigzag up and back with those folds. And then you just kind of rotate under when you get to the edge. And this is the part that it sometimes takes a little bit of playing around with to get it right. But these numbers that I've labeled are going to help you tremendously, because then you'll know if you're on the right track. Okay, so it's all together. There's my front cover and then my pages inside. They should all be lined up. And then my back cover is back there. So we did it. It's all set. So here's an example of one that I've done previously, and here I just used markers. I made this quite a while ago, but yeah, just using markers and some pen, and you can just see again how colorful and vibrant it can get. I could certainly print out or write on some text, add some photos, but there's the page whole, and then now it looks easy to fold up. But yeah, super fun and bright. So I hope you guys enjoyed that one. All right, one more to go. This is the 4-page zine. This is clearly the easiest of them all. I don't even think you need much of a template for this, but I created one just in case. So once again, we're folding along the dashed lines, and this one is just gonna be 2 folds. So one fold one way in half, and then rotate the paper and fold it in half again. And then there you go. You can just follow the guidelines there, front cover, and then the inside and back cover, and you have yourself a little booklet. This is great for greeting cards or thank you notes, anything like that. So it looks simple, but you can actually do a lot with this. So here's a few zines that I've created in the past. The sky is the limit when it comes to creating these. Have fun, find your style, and let me know how it goes. Cheers, everyone. Thanks for watching.